councillors present, I'll just remind you of the recording, filming and broadcasting without reading out the full bit. We're aware of the planning function. Apologies for absence, please.
Yes, we have Councillor Weaver.
Thank you. Any declarations of interest?
No.
Thank you. Right, minutes of the meeting of Planning Aid Committee held on 24th of April 2018. Firstly, can I record those as a true record?
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you. Any matters arising? I've got to do the front or...
You initial each of the pages, and then when we get to the very end,
you'll
then sign and date.
Thank you. It varies from place to place.
Well, it's varied now that we're onto this new system.
Yeah.
New modular.
Oh, what have you done? That's good.
Oh no, it's the name of the system, but the site's moving.
Sorry about the delay. Good job you're not getting the full signature. We are...
A bit of June today, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Brilliant, thank you. Put those away.
Right, okay. Any public questions?
No, none of them.
Thank you. Right, we move on to applications registered weekending the 11th of May, 18th of May and 25th of May at Appendix A. And before we move on to those, I'd just like to say, are there any letters of objection? Because I would believe that one should be included before we do this bit.
No letters have been received even
Thank you.
after the agenda being published.
So that's brilliant. So that's useful to know before we
Yeah.
press on. Right, okay. Right, okay, on the first page we've got 5180551, no comment required.
55.
55, did I say 1?
518 1055.
55, thank you very much for that.
I'll correct you if you
Please do.
Yes, because I can imagine you may see.
Would you mind holding that over there? Right, second one, 5181125, does not meet criteria. 5181148, right, no objection, subject to loss of amenity. Number 3, Alton Rise, policy 72 of the district plan refers. I'm referring to 11 Alton Rise. Anybody, any additional comments to the recommendation?
No, you want me to read out my spiel?
Yes.
Building along the boundary line, although not at first floor level. No increase in bedrooms, just the addition of a study to the first floor. Number 13 have done a very similar scheme, so the party boundary will join. Due to this, the neighbours should have little problem, garage being recited to be integral.
Good. And there's no loss of parking?
No, because if they've not, no, because the garage that they're removing is becoming integral to the actual,
Lovely, thank you.
and then there's no additional bedrooms.
That's great, lovely, thank you. Right, 5180 997.
Oh, no, so the
zero-
top one, 05.
Oh, sorry, I've turned over and tipped the...
Yeah.
Sorry, beg your pardon. Can't frequently do this one. 5180500, no objection subject to loss of amenity, and we're talking about 69 Derwent Road. That's loss of amenity 67.
Okay, so the positioning of the house is on the end of a cul-de-sac bordering the field stroke the site of the further Catton Builders plot. So at the moment it's just open land. Ample space and extension. The garage has been relocated to be integral. In addition to that, there's other ample parking. Extension is in keeping with the size and the style of the house.
Yes, that's right.
I just want comment from that.
Yeah.
I'm entirely sure it was a planning consideration. There is a history of flooding in and around that area. Is that mitigated in any way?
Um,
Because we go round to
It
the left
does,
and in the end
yeah.
of the cul-de-sac, and that was where they literally used to open the front door and the back door of the garages while the water went through.
I mean, there is the policy relating to flood water and flooding.
If we have certainly identified the right property, would it be appropriate just to put a note on there that we would like to see some mitigation?
I'll make a note.
Policy, yeah.
I'll make a note, and what I'll do, before I actually make the change, I'll just be 100% sure.
Yeah, absolutely, that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
And my apologies for not getting to you before the meeting on that one.
No, that's okay. I'll just be 100% sure, because I'm not sure if it's actually this section or if it's this section that's actually over there. Because I know it is, you're right, it comes off of the farmer's field, and but I'll have a little look.
From memory, it possibly isn't. From memory, it was ones that were right at the end of the
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was these
it's
ones
a while
here.
since I...
Yes. Well, it's when we had an unprecedented amount of rain, and it did seem to cascade.
that one's certainly historical. Other things up there may
Let
have
me make
changed
a
to what it was.
Let me make a note.
So we'd be keen to see that we take the opportunity to get some mitigation in. There's no point in allowing somebody to develop and then they not complaining that their property's property.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, 5180997, this time, 231 Luton Road. Single part, two-storey rear extension with roof lights, etc. The committee had no objections subject to the proposed extension, subject to no loss of amenity to the neighbouring property. Sorry, no objection. Loss of amenity to the neighbouring properties. Policy 72.5 of the district plan refers, however, no express concern.
However, do express concern.
My apologies, this is actually really doing...
Do you want me to see if I can get you some
if I keep on doing it, we'll have to concern that insufficient parking was made available for the extra bedroom, exacerbated by the local location and
cited on the 10/8 month.
Policies 4072V on district plan refers. Right, so where do we go from that? Is there anything additional that we need to add to that one? Anybody's mind?
It's on Luton Road, on.
We've covered the parking.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. That's set out then.
I mean, it's a rear extension as well.
That was the additional bedroom was the key on that one. Okay, 5181052. 1A Roundwood Park. No objection.
Yeah, I can't place anything wrong with that.
No, this is one of the new builds on the corner site, just as you're going up Park Hill, and then it becomes Roundwood Park. And the very top left-hand corner, there were two new builds, and this is one of them. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. 5181107, 10 Clarendon Road. This application does not meet the criteria. 5180682, 17 Fogan Close. No comment required by the committee. 5180932, Twin Oaks Redbourne Loan. No objection subject to the amendments to the original approved scheme being carried out in accordance with policy 86 of the district plan.
What is the new detached dwelling retrospective? What will they actually...
Okay, so basically what it is that this is, if you look here, it's actually the history relating to it is Land Rear 1 Oakhurst Avenue. So the building is pretty much built, but they've had to put in full planning permission again in a retrospective fashion because there are some small amendments to what was approved. Okay, so essentially the changes are the ridge and E-pipes are 400mm lower, the garden room has not been constructed, the bay window on the front elevation is increased in size, the basement is large and covers the full footprint of the dwelling, and there are several alterations to the ventilation. So essentially they're very minor things, but to adhere to the planning, they have to be in
So no problems with amenity?
I had no issue with it, it didn't.
That's fine.
Right, just one comment on that one. The 5151108, what was our comment on that one?
We said no objection, subject to reading.
Oh, sorry, right, further back. Did beg
Being
pardon.
fully
Thank you.
addressed.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Because I believe they had an application prior to that as well,
Yeah,
and that
yeah.
they refused that one.
Yeah.
And maybe SADC refused it, although I can't remember because it's not on the...
It was huge.
So SADC permit?
Yeah, the first application or even the first couple of them it was very big, very dominant, and then we just sort of scaled it backwards and then they got it.
Recall that between us we had objected previously. Okay, thank you. 5181097, 28 Oakfield Road. No objection, subject to sufficient parking provision being made available on the site. Policies 4072 or the district plan refer.
I mean, Oakfield Road should be okay for parking, I think.
Yeah. My notes say the proposed extensions are in keeping with the design and scale of the house, which are mainly to the rear. Appears that parking is ample despite the loss of the garage and the carport for 5 bedrooms.
Yes, I concur with that.
Thank you. 5181109, 14 High Elms, no comment required by committee. 5181126, 15 Newton Close, Harpenden. The committee expressed concern that the proposals are an overdevelopment of the plot leading to the loss of amenity to number 14 Newton Close. Policies 69.1, 72.1 and 5 of the district plan refer.
Yeah, so we haven't had any objections to this one, have we?
Well, not something I can check to see
Yeah,
if there's been anything here, but not
double check.
directly.
I'm not too sure. I want to have a look at this in a bit more detail because I know Newton Close is quite dense and with the houses quite closely packed together. Garage conversion.
Oh, below. It's all the district websites down.
Oh, the district websites.
Yes, pants will do.
Yes.
I said below, actually.
But,
I'm sorry, I can't check.
Okay, well let's have a look at this.
But anyway, I mean, do you want to have a little look even though I'm not very happy?
Are you minded then to go further
Very
on
happy.
express concern?
Before we do express concern, right?
Yeah.
But,
Basically saying, are you likely to propose refusal?
Okay, I'll read to you just very quickly what I said, which is that the plot is tightly positioned in the close, exactly what Harry was saying. There is good space to one side, but there is limited to the neighbour's side, i.e. concern about impact on them. Parking also appears tight, with the loss of the garage leaving limited parking space on the frontage. Feel too much for the plot, size and location.
It's the single story rear extension, not a problem with that really. It's a two-story side dormer windows that I want to have a look at just in terms of amenity. These, I'm not very good at looking at these ones.
They are a bit small as well.
Well, it's just.
What were you wanting to
Well,
check?
I'd really like to see which exact properties 15 Newton Close and 13 is. I know the close, but I can't remember the
Okay, I'll show you on here.
And it's a case of me just looking at the size.
You not see from that window?
Well, I can imagine, but
Oh, you can't.
Yeah. It's in the...
It's that house there, Harry, right at the very end.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not concerned anymore because to be honest, think there is... It's fine. I mean... I originally thought it might have been one of the other. It is in that corner.
I'm talking about it being right down the end of the close there, or to the right.
Yes, it's in that corner.
I
Right.
can't,
on the left.
yeah, I can't.
So the Google man didn't go close enough.
Yeah, no, he did,
Oh,
when
he
I,
did.
from when I was looking,
Yeah.
but I don't know why it's playing
Right.
up tonight.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, yes, okay, so 14 is this one here, the red brick one, 15 is here, I would imagine. So I can't remember which numbers.
Yeah,
I don't think it's done sort of odds and evens on the slopes because
No, it
it's
goes one, it
quite
goes
yeah.
consecutive.
garage conversion, foundation, yeah, that's fine. It will go up to the boundary nearly. Part first floor, part 2 stories. So yeah, yeah. I mean it's
Right,
they've got the
you
space
can
to
see,
do it.
you can see from here, okay, so you
Yes.
so this on the screen there is the actual house. And my
Yes.
concern wasn't relating to anything over here.
Yes,
It was this bit here,
yes,
which was very, very close to the neighbour there.
yes, yes. And
That was my
that's
concern.
good. That's the right concern because yeah, all these properties they don't have the front door. Where the usual front door is, it's those
on the
properties
side,
where you, yeah, it's
yeah.
on the side, you walk down and
Here we go,
obviously
so
you've got
it's behaving now, here we
the, sort
go.
of, yeah.
So this is the house that I'm concerned about.
Can we get in
this
there?
one here.
We can't really get that much further down, can we?
Okay,
No.
It's a bit of a pain. But basically what it is, it's a garage and then you've got the side and there is
Flat roof garage.
yeah, flat roof garage, correct, yes. Side door,
Sufficient
window.
parking?
No.
And on that side of number 14, I don't think I'm not sure if there's a window, but I don't think are we going to have any problems with overlooking or anything. Part first story side. I mean, basically, it's got precedent on the estate already for similar sized houses like this. People are because on Welbeck Rise we've had a house that done more or less the same thing, extended their house to where it is on the side in a very similar fashion, and there is a precedent. So as long as there's no loss of amenity to number 14, and we're happy with window to window distances and. It's not right on the boundary, it's close to the boundary, but it's quality compliant, so it's fine.
So what do you
I think we should stick with what you said.
Oh, okay.
Parking.
Which is the fact that actually I'm concerned about it.
Yeah, that's fine, that's fine.
Yeah.
And
So I think
can we add the parking?
I think I've said that already.
I mean, sorry, was it?
Yes.
It's one of those policies that I'll go on this one whether you...
And because it's on the other
sorry,
page.
yeah. I was going to say, I've wrote this down there. I feel like type it in.
Oh, apologies, sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yes,
Yeah.
So I think that's fine,
I
yeah.
don't know if there's a chance where I get one of the things you to put BT up.
Well, the thing is that the system creates these, you see, so I never know when it's going to cross over, unfortunately.
Usually on mine, but I've got my own copy, then I just put the arrow over the bottom side, now I've got to go over. Thank you, sorry, concerns, yes, okay, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Right, 5180945, Land Rear of Bowman Court, Milton Road.
Right, okay, I've said this committee to look at this. I've done a little bit more research into this today, so we may just sort of take the same viewpoint as what Plan B did last time. Partly the reason why I wanted us to look at it, as well as that I know certainly when we've had it at Plan A, we've been quite against it, haven't we?
I was really surprised, and I thought I must have missed the
Yeah,
meeting.
no, it was Plan B, yeah. So, yeah.
Were you all at that time? So,
I remember discussing this one somewhere, whether it was here or there, I don't quite recall.
We've not seen it for a while at our committee. The last time I was certainly when David was here.
I wondered what had changed so much that suddenly it was all okay.
Well, I think the difficulty is, and I've sort of looked at it today, is the reason why Plan B have probably gone with it is that it went to appeal, and the reasons for the appeal related to concerns about the trees, which the district council have come back and said that they aren't protected, that they have now been removed, even these lime trees. So I think they felt that it was a little bit tricky for them to turn around and say, no, we don't like it, when there was...
Well, appeal dismissed on the last occasion?
The appeal, yes. The appeal was... no, the appeal was dismissed going back a long way.
Oh, sorry, no, that's the...
Yeah, if you look up here, you
1990.
can see that actually the last couple, they were invalid applications.
Right.
But
the big one is 516, yes?
Yeah, so the 3269 application was the one where we had real issues with it, and then we said the time after that we still felt the same, but all of them have invalidated it the last couple of times. But the one that Plan B looked at and had no problem with it, it was an invalid application, which I think the reason why it was invalidated related to the sunlight and overshadowing difference.
Right.
And now they've produced that, we've now got exactly the same application, come back with the new documents, but nothing has changed at all from when Plan B looked at it.
In which case I would suggest we would have difficulty unless we have further evidence.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest,
in debunking Plan B.
yeah, I think so, and also...
Didn't they debunk Plan A?
Possibly, yes.
It looks like it did. Because
I do not wish to enter a contest.
yeah, well,
I think-
I would still, I can't see anything in it that's any better than...
There's no
Previous
change.
application.
There's no change to the description. You know, it's not as if they've come with a smaller scheme.
So can I just double check so we're absolutely clear? There's no change from the last time that this committee considered it?
Yes. So there has been a change.
There has been a change,
Yes.
and that has been
Because
approved by
it was 2
B.
years ago, that one, and then they came back with a different scheme, which Plan B looked at
Yeah.
and said that...
That's where I say that there was a material change from us to B.
Do you know...
But there isn't from B to us.
Because I'm looking at this application, I still can't see...
No.
I can't remember it.
Probably.
I can
About 2
vaguely...
years ago.
Did you not go and have a look? Court?
Oh, now you say, I think when you bring it up, I'll remember it. But there's a couple in that area which are around about.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't...
there are a couple in the
I
area
can't look.
which Landria, or if it was Landria, I may not have actually been at that committee. I may have been. So can we actually bring it up? Because I looked
No,
earlier.
because the district was like planning...
No, on Google Maps. Because I tried to Google this earlier on. Landria of Beaumont Court. I mean, I know it's on Milton Road. It's one of the courts of where there's houses and flats coming off of it. But I want to sort of know specifically because I can't remember this.
I'm interested in the point of view of I would have expected certain people down there to have put in an objection, and they haven't. Not on this specific one.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought we said there were no letters of objection.
Not received to us, no. I don't go on
on the
the
website.
district
Beg your
website. I'm
pardon.
not in a
Okay,
position
right.
to
So
go
none to us.
and...
There's plenty online still.
Right,
With
okay.
some of the same issues that came up when we looked at it.
I remember sort of back when probably that application came to us, we had quite a room full actually, didn't we? People living in Beaumont Court.
And we haven't this time. That's the other thing.
No, but then to be fair to them, they probably realised that they have to raise it with district as opposed to with us. And they've gone through the process enough now.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. But there's still no change as far as I can see on parking and the meeting space.
No.
They're still, suggesting that the residents are going to use the amenity space for flats, which the lease doesn't allow anyway.
No.
There's not sufficient parking, there's access issues, issues with the bin storage. There's nothing on the drawings I could see. They say they've discussed it with the residents.
It's here, Harry. Okay, so this is Beaumont Court, and
Yeah.
it's actually the land, it's the rear of this are
Yeah.
garage blocks that they're looking to demolish.
Yeah.
There's already parking problems from the letters on the web,
Yeah.
because the owners have blocked off the turning circle down the bottom and stopped their access to the garages as well, which was part of their original sort of
Part of the lease or whatever.
Lease.
Yeah.
and now they're all half an hour, we've got plenty of them are going to park on side streets and things like that. So there's a massive parking problem in there already, and they're suggesting putting 3 more houses with insufficient parking. So I mean, the fact that it's close to the station, neither here nor there.
So, did the land originally belong to the flats? Do we know?
I think it's just all very complicated with the lease and the management.
Freehold and all that kind of stuff.
Flat owners basically are the managers of it.
That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
It was as to whether it's so not really a material planning permission, but if they sold the land off and then they're objecting.
Oh, no, that's not that way, no.
I vaguely remember this, but I'm not 100%
I
sure.
do, and I didn't get to see it today, because it was an intention to go this morning, it didn't happen. I had looked before, so I didn't think I really needed to, but he's now giving me a bit of a dilemma.
Well, I'm more concerned about the fact it's cramped over development of the site, providing an unacceptable standard of environment for the occupants of the new and existing dwellings. That's what concerns me more.
I
And we've got
agree
issues
with all
with
of
the
those.
bins. We've got issues with the bins,
Yeah.
haven't we?
I've got it now.
I
Thank you.
can
Just reminded me.
I can see that there's going to be problems with getting in and out of there. Cramped over development. I mean, the thing is, we've got big issues with housing in this country at the moment, and when you've got such a problem, you often end up getting bad applications coming in that are not going to solve the housing crisis, and you get little 1 or 2 or 3 units here, which quite frankly is going to annoy everyone, and it's not going to be helpful. But because we've got such a housing shortfall at the moment, they get submitted and sometimes they win on appeal. However, I don't think we should allow this, because whilst we might have a shortfall of housing in the district and in nationwide, bad applications like this should not be approved even if we didn't have a housing crisis. So I think we've got plenty of decent reasons there, and in my view, just from vague memory and looking at it, I think those reasons are still valid.
What's interesting as well, actually, is that the district council haven't actually passed an opinion
That's
on
exactly
this.
it. That's what
Actually,
confused
since the
me.
refusal, the last 2 applications have been invalid applications.
That's what confused
So,
me a bit.
we may find that the district council are in agreement with us again.
But to my mind, it looks like Plan B decided that because it went to appeal and the planning inspector had no problem with parking and unity provision, blah blah, that they should agree with it. But in my mind, it's irrelevant.
Yes,
You know,
correct.
we're looking at it compared to the policies that we see in front of us. Just because the inspector is giving permission for everything left, right, centre. What are we here for, if that's
Yeah,
okay?
the inspector, quite frankly, the inspector, they come in from Bristol, experience of them sort of doing precarious decisions, and especially on these 1, 2 and 3. I mean, if this was a 50 unit scheme somewhere with major implications in what we actually need, however, this is something, as I said, that's going to annoy all the neighbours, and they come in, they think, oh, it's fine, parking's fine, and access in and out is fine, but they've looked at it once, probably when it's at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, when it's not a busy time, so it's not a very good opinion. Once, in my view,
That's if they have looked at it.
Exactly,
It could be a written application, so I
exactly.
don't think we need to extend that.
The inspector is not a holy man or anything, so I don't necessarily think we should be sort of bowing down just because the inspector has said, oh, it's okay.
I would be highly interested to know if I was at the last meeting and why it's so I'm going to shut up for the moment. Do you know from your paperwork, did the developer actually make a presentation on this one?
Never to us, no.
No, but to the other committee.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
It's the bins bit that sort of triggered something in my mind.
They didn't the first time round when all the residents came.
They did.
It's practicality, it's practicality.
No, I've got this confused with another one.
Practicality is overdevelopment, parking. There's really a plethora of reasons. I think we're leaning towards refusal. I mean, my views are quite clear. If it is a big brownfield regeneration, I'm okay with that. If it's a major strategic multiple housing scheme, then yes, we need those. But these tiny little ones are just...
Yeah, not only that, it's actually what the owner has done, have taken parking provisions away from the people who live in the flat.
Yeah, and that is...
It's immoral.
Yeah.
That will do.
It's inconsiderate. There's a
I
harsh
know that might
word,
be
but,
what for some developers, but it is.
inconsiderate.
Sorry if I've given you a difficulty. I'm not going to formulate an opinion on this one. I shall listen to what the other two on the committee have to say and go with
I
that.
think we're both recommending refusal, so
That's
you
it.
would be outvoted.
It's two against one, so anyway, so that's right. We'll proceed no further and on the
So
ground.
what are you going to vote? Are you going to? Can you abstain as a chair?
Okay.
You can't or can. You
Well,
don't.
we don't vote in that respect.
No, we don't.
We come to a collective recommendation, basically.
Well, actually, I think it's not an absolute vote.
But yes, well, two of us recommend refusal. So
I'm just going to have a little look to see if I can find.
I mean, we do get small schemes whereby they sort of they can get 2 or 3 houses in. We get we do approve.
I don't believe we need to go any further. I believe we've come to a consensus.
Do we want to sort of, in a sense, stick with the same wording that we've always said before?
Yeah.
But I would recommend that we don't make any suggestions about the trees.
Yeah.
Because they've been removed now. So if we take that away, but we do then continue on with saying about that actually the application fails to demonstrate sufficient parking requirements and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, is that all right?
Yeah.
I've been slightly more interested if the district had passed an opinion on any of those ones, but
They
they
haven't.
haven't. Well, it would have helped to have given us a steer, I suppose, yeah.
Right, thank you very much for that one. 5180982, 18 Overstone Road. Committee has no objection to the proposed extension, however, expressed concern over the provided parking on the site of a 5-bedroom property, policies 40 and 72 of the district plan referred.
Yeah, I concur with that one.
Engagement with serving? Not really?
Do we need anything else?
Probably not.
Thank you. No,
Okay.
we'll go with that one. Thank you very much. Right. 5181113, 35 Barnes Dean. Committee to consider.
Okay, so it's the house, the white sort of rendered frontage house that's in question.
Would you like to give us a summary on that one?
So there's the floor plans. Building. There's the existing. And there's the useful block plan which shows the petition. So, my words are, the road slopes down, so obviously this has to be borne in consideration, keeping the side closest to the lower house, single storey, but they are increasing the ridge height to make it quite a dominant house on the plot, an increase in height of 1 metre, filling a large footprint, but there is ample parking.
I hadn't realised that.
What was that?
That it was going up in height.
I said.
Oh, did you?
Yes, which is why I got the meter, because I was thinking, well, how are they going to achieve that if they're not actually raising the roof? But
That's quite a lot though, isn't it?
It is. And it's going to be quite dominant. Okay, we'll come up probably slightly above the one to the right as we're looking at the front.
it's the one to
But
the
it's
left.
going to be quite
What we
dominant.
can't do is check, they just have this one.
Yeah, I mean, probably can't look, there won't be a,
Won't be a Google.
I doubt this will be up to date enough, no.
Can't see the application.
Google unfortunately is up to date. That one's quite handy because on the screen because it shows us the water tower, so it says how long ago.
Oh, that
They
one
did
is,
it.
that's being, yeah, you don't have to worry about it.
35, is that the one with the white?
Yeah.
Yes. See, when you compare it, the old to the new, you can see actually how much larger it's becoming.
We should see. Oh, the application for number 5.
Such a nuisance, that. Was working earlier because I was using it.
I have a facetious comment to make, but since we're on tape, I won't. I'll refrain.
I mean, the neighbours seem to have filled in their side here. I mean, it's unfortunate for these guys that they're on a slope, so anything they do is immediately going to be impaired because they're on a slope. So in terms of amenity to the one below it, it's going to be impacted, and they can't really do anything about the fact
Well,
that
again, it's dominating may dominate the street scene.
I probably wouldn't have felt quite so strongly if it wasn't for the fact that they're increasing this ridge height.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, an extension probably wouldn't, yeah.
Are they going higher than this one here? Because that ridge height is.
I probably wasn't able to tell that because we don't have a street scene, unfortunately.
I say, just looking at the scaling of it, it to me would take it slightly up, possibly higher, that fractionally higher than the property on the right. But that's just rule of thumb rather than fact.
But just check this portion here, is that single or?
It's here, I've got it here, so I think it's actually a single.
Oh,
No, colour line. So we've got partial single story, which is sort of the bulk of that there, but we are coming out a little bit here and a little bit there.
Oh, okay, I was more thinking they were so close to the boundary.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
that's
they're
got
not
quite good clearance, really.
Yeah, I was trying to work out which way it is at the back, isn't it?
I mean,
This is the,
May I suggest that we express concern,
Yeah.
particularly with relation to the
ridge height.
ridge height.
I mean, in terms of the street scene on Barnstein, I'm just looking now, there isn't a clearly defined street scene. The houses all have different
Well, they are, yes.
styles.
They are houses of individual character.
Yes, and I think they've got plenty of space. I don't necessarily think we're going to have a problem with amenity too much. It's the ridge height, really.
conservatory, I guess, and a little bit of kitchen.
Yeah, I think it's sort of kind of, these are those,
Yeah, but it's only things like that single story.
yeah. It's just really the dominance on the plot, because when you look at the,
I was going to get the word dominance in with the ridge height, but that
that's
would
the
go
roof
fine.
form that we've got at sort of first floor level, if you like, to become that. So it's quite a lot more going on. We've got another little bit coming out of the front. We've got these
I mean, do we have any objection with regards to bulk?
I'm inclined to not really be too against this one. I've seen a lot worse. I know we should look at this in isolation, but obviously experience as a planning committee member is there to draw on.
Yeah.
I think it is the ridge height, like you say, that could be a sticking point. And I mean, we haven't got anyone here raising an issue with us that we may have overlooked or anything. And I don't necessarily think the grounds in terms of amenity overdevelopment are too much for us to say refusal.
Yeah, absolutely. As I was sort of saying, express concern, particularly in relation to the...
Do you want to say to the ridge height, and do you want to then say to the roof form? Because that's really all that's sort of really concerning.
Yeah, roof height, form, potential dominance and potential loss of amenity too, or whatever the usual phrasing that we use.
It would probably be to the one below it.
Yeah, it is one. Yeah, without doubt. Because it's going to be that again. The dominance bit goes in with that big dominant
it's
bit.
It's going to be impacted on the amenity. Yes.
Number 33.
Yeah. Then I believe that we've covered ourselves on that one.
Yeah.
There's ample parking.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could fit the ankle
You can see that.
Yeah.
Got a couple of articulators. We could probably get two of those in on that bit.
Okay.
Articulated lorries.
Oh yes. Well, yeah.
Thank you.
Right, 518-1142, 10A and 12A Station Road. Application does not meet the criteria. 518-1154, 11 Townsend Road. No objections, subject to no loss of amenity to neighbouring properties. Policy 72.5 of the district plan refers, and compliance with policy 65 of the district 85, sorry, thank you, of the district plan.
Yep, happy with that.
Thank you. 518-1056, 3 Crossway, no comment required by committee. 518-0904, 105 Westfield Road. The committee have no objection to proposed extensions, however expressed concern that there are only 2 off-street parking spaces available on site, policies 40 and 72.4 of the district plan refer.
Yep.
Yes, basically my main concern was that they're moving from a 2-bedroom house to a 4-bedroom house with only 2 parking spaces.
Does it constitute overdevelopment?
I think
No,
we
it's
have,
fine.
wording is correct.
Yeah, no, what they're suggesting is fine, is just that,
Right. 518-1030, 55 Park Rise. No objection, subject to the previous reasons for refusal being addressed.
yeah, we had no problem with it last time.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
518-1191, 6 Park Hill. No objection, subject to previous reasons for refusal being addressed.
Yeah, so
Yes.
we had no problem with it last time, but actually the first floor extension has been reduced.
Yeah, well, okay. If they are meeting the reasons for refusal at district, then
Yeah.
it's fine.
518-1197,
92.
92.
8?
5118-1192.
Ah, sorry, beg your pardon.
It's okay.
I mean,
Tick on
we
one.
didn't, Smith.
Thank you. 37 Vale Close. This application does not meet the criteria. Probably why I skipped the paper. 518-1197, 55 Park Rise.
Yeah.
Over. No objection, subject to no loss of amenities in neighbouring properties, policy 72.4 of the district plan refers.
District weren't happy, they were.
This is the same, hang on.
Yeah,
What is it two? I did see it.
Yeah, so basically, this applicant has put in two very different schemes. Okay, so the first one, let me look back, and then this one, my note says the site has another more substantial application into consideration. This is the more agreeable scheme. It doesn't extend across the frontage like the other one. It extends rearwards, only with dormer windows to the front.
Okay, so basically what he's done is he's put in two separate applications. One might get approved, one might get refused. Okay,
Yeah.
well, good luck to him. Oh, Mr. Finney, I know him.
My sister's not coming.
Yeah.
Did you wash his car or deliver a paper?
Not his, but I have washed that car's house. That
house's
car previously, a long time ago. Galaxy far, far away.
518-1225. Phil Banville Wood, East Common. No comment required by committee. 518-1236. Limbrick Hall. Back on, no comment required there. 518-0882. 17 Townsend Lane. No objection, subject to appropriate design and use of materials in the conservation area, policy 85.1 and C, the district plan refer.
Yep, happy.
Thank you. Single story rear extension, don't know why I've gone for that bit, let's go back again. 518-0918, 53 Park Avenue North. The application does not meet the criteria. 518-1088, 16 Hartwell Gardens. No objection, subject to the proposal not having an undue dominance in the street scene. Policy 72.1 of the district plan refers.
Yep. I agree with that.
Okay with that?
Yeah.
Thank you. 518-1168. 19 Fairmead Avenue. No comment required by committee. I know that it's saying no comment required by committee. There was one question I would ask over this one, it being a lost conversion.
It's a certificate of
Yeah, so
lawfulness.
we can't even question so we can't really
No,
raise any
certificate of
issue.
lawfulnesses aren't open for...
Debate, yeah. That was all I had.
Right, okay, fine.
Yeah, I'm afraid.
Okay, I will just say what my concern was, is that particularly in that area, they've changed from hip roof to straight-sided gable, and the couple of houses that have done it, it just makes a little bit of a mockery of the area. But there we go. If I'm not allowed to comment, I won't.
Yeah, they aren't open to consideration, unfortunately.
Yes.
It's just really there for noting.
518-1173, 37 Highfield Avenue. I just done that.
No, it's also...
Fairmead.
I mean, there's next...
So, well, okay, no comment. 518-1176, 26 Station Road, no comment required. 518-1182, 84B High Street, no objection.
Yes, I'd just like to say that this is good idea, really. Retail is having a terrible time at the moment, and mainly because more people are going online to get things which you can do, whereas with a beauty salon and nail bar, you can't go online to get your nails done. So I can, as far as I know,
You're going to go visit, can't you?
well,
Yeah.
well, maybe the beauty salon to get the tan. Well, I don't use fake tan, I natural tan. But you're going to get more and more things like this on the high street, hairdressers, beauty salons, physios, restaurants, basically experiences you can't get on the internet. So, yeah, if it's going to be viable, then fine. I think it's more chance of that being viable than no
It
retail.
helps to prevent the shops from being empty.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Even if it means having another beauty salon.
Well, I mean,
There's a demand for it. There's
Yeah.
clearly a
There's
demand
another
for it.
restaurant I noticed called Barry Kelly's or something like that.
That's a bar. That's the new bar up what?
Well, used to be
next to-
Jackson's.
It's going to be a bar, I think.
it is bar rather than a restaurant, is it?
Well, it might be.
Yeah,
It might
well,
be.
bit tapa.
Yeah, well, it's
Okay.
going to be a bar.
I think it's open.
I think.
Oh, have you?
Is it a bar or a restaurant?
Until you have to.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, good.
Okay, so
So I got a
it's
bit lost on the
safe
plot on that one. That was 84B High Street.
yeah, so we have
And
been.
we're absolutely happy with that.
Yeah.
The only sarcastic comment with it being, of course, you don't particularly need a shop for your nail bar. You can actually get it to visit.
You can. Yes, exactly, yeah.
Right, okay, that little bit of facetiousness we'll pass
People
on.
filling our shops.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. We want to see those
Yeah.
those filled. And I mean, I said that the serious comment is that within the barbering and the nail care and the rest of it, there is a little bit of a problem at the moment.
We want our high streets to be
With
viable.
there's not. Well, the other problem is that some of these businesses, not particularly this one, particularly the hairdressing and that, there are so many now that they're fighting the competition. It looks like we're going to lose two or three.
Yes,
Well, that's
yes.
healthy, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, but then we're back to.
And then we might have another restaurant.
Again. Yeah,
Good.
absolutely.
Made hopefully a Vietnamese or an Indonesian or something.
Right, okay. 5181201, 6A Milton Road. No objection.
Yep, that's fine.
Well, we're getting close, aren't we? Oh, no, a little bit more to go.
Only one or two.
5181221, 7 Fairmead Avenue. Thank you. Have we gone right through Fairmead and the rest of the Highfield?
Oh, I think
extension.
probably every one of those.
Are we nearly there?
Every one of those has probably had a planning application inside.
That's how I'm beginning to feel.
Yeah, that and high.
I can walk up and down there with my eyes shut and know where I am. 5181074, Batford Springs Local Native Reserve, Lower Luton Road. Well, two reasons for we pass over this one because we are the applicants.
Yeah.
Should we have declared an interest as?
No, because if we are, because we're an applicant, we can't comment
We
at all.
don't comment.
Yeah,
Full
yeah.
stop. We can't.
Yeah.
And that's why I haven't even read out
Yeah.
what the recommendation is.
We are
518.
the applicant, so we
Yeah.
can't.
1229, 25, The Cleve, Harpenden. No objection.
Yep, that's fine, yeah.
5181264, no comment required by committee. 5180884. Did I just do that twice?
No, you did the one.
I did do one. Oh, it's the 4 bit that got me.
Yeah.
Okay. 3 Cooters Hill.
Cutis Hill Barnes, yeah.
Right.
This
Okay, so
basically-
the proposal being
Agreement on that.
in line with the principal policy of the district plan refers to the green belt.
Yeah. So this is the proposal is dormer windows. They're just enlarging them slightly and it overlooks the open farmland. Unless Mr. Pheasant has an objection.
I've not got a problem with that.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not come today, so,
Facetious goal, they don't overlook the golf.
No, because this is Swales End, it's Cooter's End.
Oh, sorry, wrong end of the
that
town, sorry, I beg your pardon. I was physically in my mind down the Bears End, sorry.
I'm nearly on the border of Harpenden Rural, aren't we?
Yeah, yes.
So yeah, that's fine.
Okay, thank you. (5180995), 62 Park Rise. No objection subject to no loss of amenity, that is two neighbouring properties rather than it wasn't me on this occasion, thank you.
That's fine, I'll make them
Phew,
right
feel
there.
better now. No neighbouring, to neighbouring properties, policy 72, 4 of the district plan refers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just trouble,
Yeah, that's
if
fine,
it's the
fine.
correct word, it doesn't pick it up.
No, it doesn't, and quite frequently when you're reading it, you don't hear it. 518-1311, 6 Cardinals Way, no comment required by committee. 518-1338, 4 Parkhurst Close, no objection. Single story front and side extension, new side window, okay with that one. 518-1286.
No comment required.
Thank you. Okay, well now we're down to nitty gritty again. 518-1021, 61 Athens Close.
Right.
Easy to consider.
This is the plot in question. Unfortunately, Mr. Google Man didn't go round, so I could look directly on the frontage. That's the best I could get in terms of the frontage for it. So what they are looking to do is to demolish the garage, side, two-story element, and replace it with another house as a semi attached to it. Well, it would.
Well, certainly it'll make it a terrace.
Yeah, it would be terrace. Yeah, another house on the terrace, really.
Okay.
Is that already a terrace? How many are there?
It is. So there's already three.
Okay, fine, so we're not terracing.
So we're 4 houses.
It would be a small one.
It's well, essentially the same size because if they're demolishing the garage.
Yeah.
It would be the same footprint of accommodation, habitable space as to what's already there. But my gut feeling is just too much, too cramped on the plot. Really? There's only 2 parking spaces per property as well. You've got 2 beds in the house.
Yeah, I think had it been an extension of the
Probably
house,
just about that is probably enough, yeah.
had it been an extension to the house coming out the distance of the garage, I would probably have had no objection. But given, probably, but given that it's a full house.
This is all one house at the moment.
So this is all one house at the
And they're
moment
going to put
with the
front
garage,
door-
so they're looking to then demolish that
Yeah.
to then
yeah.
put another.
They're going to put
And
the front door.
That's going out that
And
distance
so you're
as
going
well as
to-
the front door.
Yeah. Certainly.
No, over development. A lot of parts.
You can see the floor plan there.
Yeah. There's not going to be any loss of amenities to neighbours, is there?
No, because
No.
there is no neighbours,
No,
but it's just
exactly,
whether or
yeah.
not this is just too much for a relatively small plot.
I mean,
It's probably-
I'm not too, well,
You're not too moved.
but I'm not too moved by it in the sense that because it's a corner plot, and there's not going to be problems in terms of amenity, I don't think it's too much of an overdevelopment because it does kind of fit in. It does fit in. However, I do agree, it will be cramped for future occupants and you could have problems with parking. The garden, I'm guessing that will be just policy compliant in terms of amenity space for future occupiers.
Well, if you look at what's already provided for the existing properties in the street, it's the same, really.
However, I would say that originally they would have grass front
Right,
and everything's made in this drive, I'm guessing.
okay.
So their amenity space would
Has
have been
been
there,
reduced, yeah.
has been front and back, and so now they're going to be taking that away from this property.
Yeah. Providing, yeah. I mean, in the sense actually the new build will have more
I mean, I
amenity
don't know what
space.
meterage, this is. for amenity space.
You do it.
A 3-bed, is it?
I mean, it probably will fit.
20 per bedroom, yeah.
It's not going to be a huge amount, but it will fit.
We've blown on parking.
Yeah, parking is sufficient.
Yeah.
Parking sufficient,
Is-
okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought it was
Yeah,
insufficient.
2 for 3 bedrooms, yeah?
And it's
Yeah.
so close to the town, but it's the amenity space I would query.
Right, so I beg your pardon, I misheard that it was insufficient rather than
You should
sufficient.
try to do, don't you?
It's,
Yeah. I'm thinking it was 3
it's compliant with, and no, hang on a minute. Yeah, no, it's not.
I'm
Yeah.
persuaded.
No,
Look,
it's
if
not
it-
compliant actually, because we've got 3 bedrooms, haven't we? And this is, I think this is only 20. Really? So that's, I don't think it is.
But what have
I think
we got out the front?
sufficient.
What is out the front? Is it just, what, because obviously we're measuring the back and the front, aren't we though? What is out the front?
So,
It
well,
will be, but it's
it's picks and
Property
stones
here,
for the original house,
the
isn't
original
it?
property has got obviously plenty of amenity space at the moment, all around.
Because it's got all of
Yes,
this.
yes,
so
yes, yes.
You're taking away the frontage, which
Yes.
at the moment they've got
Yes,
green.
yes, 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 yes,
That's going
yes.
to be their parking. So it's
Mm.
reducing the original house's amenity space.
Yes, that's going to be their parking, and obviously the green space, and then you're going to have parking around here.
Have we got sufficient parking now for the original house?
Yes,
Yeah.
because they have a
the
garage
parking is
for
they
a
not the
start.
issue.
Yeah.
Well,
that
they're
is fine,
suggesting
yes.
they're going to put it on the...
I was just double checking. Yeah.
So they're putting parking on the frontage, and then their garden would just be literally that, which in a sense is the same size as what number 59 has got.
But the overall amenity,
Hang on, that's the
Yeah.
same size as what number 59 has got.
Yes,
In terms
but
of
then
parking.
but they've
59
taken
they
away the front, whereas 59 haven't
probably
taken
still
away
got
the front.
one. Or even if it didn't, when it was developed, when it was built, it would have had a lawn at the front. So of course the...
Oh, well, if you look at 59, I don't think they've got one.
No, because one's changed. hasn't it?
Yeah. So look, it's going to be the same, or roughly the same amenity space as 59, the existing house, and the new one again seems to be very similar.
What people do to their house when they're living in it, though, is kind of up to them, isn't it? They decide.
And then again,
Community space.
it's up to someone in the future, if they want to move there, they think it's enough, then they can move there. It's up to us, isn't it, to say there's not enough amenity space.
That's
And then-
what I was concerned about, is reducing the amenity space to reduce
Right,
it.
would we just go on this one then for now, having gone through the discussion, that our only concern is the loss of amenity space to both properties?
Express
Well,
concern, yeah.
I think insufficient amenity space for number 61. I
Yeah.
think there will be ample for 61A or whatever
Yeah.
it's going to become. There's ample there because they've got greenery here,
Yeah.
an
Oh,
awful
and all
lot
of that,
here,
yeah.
you know.
They've got a lot more than this.
Yeah.
This house looks only
Yeah.
going to have that bit there,
Yeah.
and this one's going to have all of it.
Whose land is this? Is this their land or is that the council's land? This green bit. I'm just...
There's the boundary to property.
That's the council.
There's the boundary to
Yeah,
property.
yeah, yeah. So I'm
Yeah.
saying you've got
you
this bit
cut that bit
here,
off.
which is, so there, this is proposed ground floor layout, next house, so their car parking space is going to be,
But the new one you've got your finger on.
yeah.
They're saying that this red bit is the boundary, though.
Oh, so the car parking space is going to be like here,
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Yeah.
But it's council land beside it.
Yes, yes, yes. And then it's going to be garden, the car parking space is going to go there, sort of. I mean, I think we're not sure, are we, in terms of amenity space? We can't say, are we 100% sure that it's...
We express concern rather than recommend refuse,
Yeah, yeah, because...
because we are concerned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Express concern about amenity for both properties,
Or 61, sorry, it's not effective 59 at the end of the
overdevelopment. Or should we say cramped form of development? I think cramped form of development would be better worded.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I think cramped form of development. Overdevelopment, to my mind, springs of a massive, a bigger house than what's there at present, with maybe another ridge height, and or if they're putting two, which is completely unfeasible. But if, for instance, they were, that's to my mind what the connotation of that word means.
Are we all okay with that?
Mm-hmm. So,
Thank you very much.
Passing we're okay, aren't we? So I'll lead with the express concern that proposed new dwelling will create a cramped form of development on site.
Good.
To be honest, although they've provided enough parking, it's just a nightmare there.
I know it is.
Even just the residents parking.
I know it is.
And now they've got the permit situation, it's a nightmare.
Well, that's it. And plus, it's not the material consideration, but it is the potential that it will go up to 3 cars instead of 2. It's human nature. I think we've done. 518-1194, 2 Thompson's Close. No comments required by committee.
What? Who refused that?
Sorry?
Discharge of condition refused. Planning permission. I don't know. We have given planning permission because.
Refuse. Not
Oh, refuse. Oh, okay. Oh.
It's
Okay.
rubbish.
Yes.
That's how you say it.
Yeah.
So
It's a bit like
it's a
invalid
noun.
and invalid.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Done the one I had earlier, whatever that was.
So it's the noun.
Invalid and valid.
Now, not the adjective.
And an invalid vehicle. You know, invalid vehicle.
Or close. Anyway.
Are we okay?
Yeah.
Fine.
Thank you.
Now we've got overall.
I was going to
Grammar or whatever.
who's refused that?
I'm glad it's just not my eyes going tonight. 518-1253, 18 Hammondswick, no objection. Oh, okay. 518-1262, 43 Amenbury Lane, no comment required by committee, town council or the applicant.
Oh, why have I said that?
That came off the one from up the way, didn't it?
Oh, that's been a cut and paste, isn't it?
Well, thank you for admitting it.
Yeah, no, well, it must have been. I haven't missed it completely.
It made hard your defence if you felt
No, I will be completely honest. If I've made a mistake, I will quite happily say.
Right, 518-1263, 12 Appings Close. The committee have no objection to the proposed extension, however expressed concern that due to the loss of garage, insufficient parking provision will remain on the site. Policies 40-72-4 of the district plan refer.
I think that's fine.
Because they've basically got one car parking space.
They're all doing that.
Because this is Appins Close again.
They're all doing that.
Okay, there we go.
That's that.
Front page.
It's appeals.
Sorry, appeals, appendix B.
We refused that. 23 Grove Avenue.
I honestly couldn't tell you where it
Can't
is.
remember that being refused twice. I mean, definition of
Well, just
existing
because we
bungalow.
said it was okay doesn't necessarily mean that
That's,
it
of
was.
course, the same to Orphans, yes. Right, okay, yeah.
List of weekly St Albans District Council decisions, anything arising from that needs comment?
No, don't say.
Applications for free works, anything that needs comment on that one?
Okay.
Thank you. Date of
Thank
next
you.
meeting. Plans Advisory B, meeting to be held on Tuesday the 26th of June. just a note that development controller on the 2nd of July 2008, SADC, I guess on the 2nd of July 2018. In that case, can I declare the meeting closed at 8:42?